All right, what's up, traders? Mark Bauman here, starttrading.com. Thanks for joining me once again. And sorry, I've been MIA the last 2 days here. Basically, just collecting myself during this crazy crash, and was out of pocket for Monday and Tuesday. I was expecting a rebound today, so that's why I came on today, because the last 2 days just sit and wait. We just kind of sit and wait and pray, hope and pray. So now that the market's crashed, is buying opportunity right now because it's going to pop back up at the end of today. So I wanted to share with you the moves I'm making right now at the moment because it would be beneficial. Sharing with you what I was doing prior to that probably would not have been beneficial because I was just loading up on more stocks that I thought were going to have big potential. So let's bring on the pain. All right. So let's see where we are here. All right, so I've lined up my TD Ameritrade account, which has glorious losses right now. Mainly, like I've said before, it's because of all my options, but luckily I have options into 2023, March 19th. Hopefully that works out. PSEC's a good option though, so that one will work out. May 21st for CCL. I'm confident that one will be fine. AMC, I'm confident that will be fine because I do want those shares at $5 a share, so that will go back up eventually. So I'm okay in these options. Caterpillar, amazing option. Get Caterpillar option now, anytime. Caterpillar has been consistent through the pandemic and has constantly gone up. Same with Qualcomm, but Qualcomm is heavily tied to tech. I got this one for June 18th, so that one should be fine. This one, April 16th, kind of sketch, but we'll see. So you can see I bought these far out, as I said in my last video. Buy your options further out because there's going to be a longer recovery. But buy them now because they're so cheap. So we have CCIV, let's see, SOXL, we kind of got, you know what, there because I had a 15-to-1 inverted stock split, which I will go into in another video. But I bought 30 more shares of that. They're still down anyways, 17% of the rest of the market. CCL, 23%. CCL should not be down right now. Carnival Cruise, so this is my favorite. This one is the furthest down, which should have been the furthest up in a recovery. So CCL, I've gone into another account, and I am buying more of at the moment. Let's see, I just bought $5,358 worth in my other account. And this is why I have two accounts, because if this one goes negative, which the margin, negative 24,000. All right. Anyways, the margin gets hit because of all these options I have to cover in the eventuality of whatever, which isn't going to happen. It's not going to, like in April, well, hopefully in April, we're not going to be in this bad of a position. But 33% is the cost to sell the option, not the actual value of the option. Well, that is the value of the option, but not in relation to the share. The shares didn't drop 33% in Qualcomm. They dropped like 6, maybe 8%, which can be recovered. So I sort all my buys by day gains because right now it's at a bottom. It's starting to creep back up. So if you see, that's why it came on quickly. If you see CCL, it's creeping back up. So you can literally make 10% profit just today. So if I look at, let's see, this is a bad graph. So the only thing I don't like about Webull is their graphing. If you go to markets, they have some decent graphs, but then you can't buy from this page. You have to go back into the trading page in order to place your trade, so you lose a few seconds there, and that could be potentially a couple hundred to thousands of dollars. So if we look at 1 month, I don't look at this view either. Come on, Webull. All right, so if we look at, for example, CCIV, just today, 1 day, crash, popped up, crash. This is a good time to get in still, CCIV, so I'm going to buy that next. And CCL, you're going to see the same thing. Let's see. Isn't that funny how they work in tandem? So this crashed a little bit and kept going. It should have gone up, but Powell, this is Jerome Powell's work here. There we go. Now it's here. That means you have the potential to make 10% of your money back today by purchasing into CCL. Potentially, this isn't guaranteed, but by that rationale and the fluctuation in the market, having a drastic 22% drop, you have potential to at least get a 10% gain. It could be a 20% gain. By tomorrow, I hope to potentially have back 20% of my money. So let's see if I could buy 100 shares now. Yeah, I can buy 100 shares of that. Now, the only problem is on this account, the margin's all sucked up, and it got rejected, yeah. Peloton, I tried to short at $108 before Powell got on, and of course he got on and crashed it before I could short it. So, if Peloton comes back up, I will definitely purchase that. Let's see, yeah, this account. CCL is my favorite buy right now just because of the amount of decline it had. So if you haven't gotten into Carnival Cruise Lines, I can wholeheartedly recommend that that will have an increase in the coming months. Based on my own evaluation, again, I'm not a financial advisor. You should consult one. But I believe, and so I'm putting my money where my mouth is. You can see it right now. I'm going to buy another 20 if I can. And hopefully by tomorrow, we're going to see a 22% increase over that. Let's see, why didn't that not? So it's on the climb. So like if we go back to my ugly portfolio here right now, DG. See, I kept some stuff. So let's look at DG for example. That one I kept. I only have 0.002. Apparently I didn't sell out all of it, but the day gain is negative 100%. So good riddance to that one. Good thing I was already out of that stock. Now let's look at CCL. Oh no, did it already? Okay, so CCL is already climbing back up. Now it's only negative 14%. I may have missed my opportunity for that, but we have ZOM, also a low-cost stock that has ZOM. Once they have a new announcement, has a high potential, but it also has high risk because it's up over $1 where it was trading at a few months ago. IPOE, I would say IPOE, CV Sciences, I love, so I'm going to buy more of that. Let's buy 1,000 shares of CCIV, CV Sciences. Let's see, 1,000. It's only at 56 cents right now. Wow. Okay. Super value right there. $560. I think I committed to that trade. It's not going to reject it. Oh, I got rejected. Rejected. Okay, let's buy 27. Let's do this. Let's do 10 of that. And I'm going to diversify a little bit with little CV Sciences. Let's see if that one goes through. See 26.90. I could drop it. Oh no, go back. I can make 5 cents here, so let's do 26.94. 95. I'll do 95. Cheap with my 5 cents. Hopefully I didn't scuttle my trade. Nope, it filled. Great. And so we got 10 more shares of that, and I'm going to buy 1,000 shares of CV Sciences. Let's see, 1,000. 0.56. Hopefully it closes. Because 1,000 shares. Oh, no. Oh, market dropped even further. Great. What is causing my drop? And I can't buy CVSI on my other account because Webull doesn't support CVSI for some reason. Maybe it has something to do with cannabis. I'm not sure. GSAT. Global Star Inc. That should recover, but I'm not a big believer in it. TNXP, Tonix Pharmaceuticals. That is a good stock, but I know that's kind of a penny stock. The penny stocks are getting crushed, so I don't want to go back heavier into that. CCIV, I would buy more of. CV Sciences, definitely. You know what, CCIV I commit to buying more of right now. Let's see how my other CCIV is going. So CCIV warrants is the one you see there with the plus. See, CCIV is only down 1.6%, but the warrants are down 11%. So let's go ahead and get 10 more warrants. Gotta get something out of this day because this is just an ugly day. Oh, I don't want to do more. Hold on, no more options. Although I could get a July. You know what? I am trying not to buy a ton of options right now, but why don't we get a cheap option contract? Let's see if my margin will allow me to do that at the moment. Might not. And probably get rejected. Oh, they took it. So it must mean that the trade's going back up. So here's the crazy part. I didn't really sell too much. Even though I lost $20,000, I didn't really lose $20,000. See, there's no margin call. That's because the all the losses you can see are mainly contained here within the options I have. So a lot of the options here is where a lot of the loss was. So it's not necessarily in actual dollars unless I sell them, but it's in, the losses are contained in these margins. Actually, I'm gonna go with the stock on CCL because then I can play with the ups and downs in that. Let me see if the option already closed. I'm gonna cancel this one after all because. Not because I don't think you should, so sorry if I'm jumping around, but I just realized I probably just want to play in that market. I had already committed to myself my game plan of not buying into options because of the fact that the market is so volatile right now that I'd rather play and buy actual shares so that I could basically try to game the market, do a little bit of day trading here. Now I'm going to buy 20 shares of CCIV Plus, but I plan to buy 40 to 80. I just don't see this little hump here. I don't know if we're going to have a continued decline after this. Let me actually show you on a grander scale what I was looking at this morning and last night, and how I was charting this in case the day went sideways, which it did. If you look at the 10-day average, or if you just look across 10 days, you can see the drops day to day. So obviously we had this massive fall off here. This was the first Fed-driven, rate-driven collapse here. So we went 60 down to 35. Now we're just having these small drops. This is what happened last time, and I have a feeling that's what's going to happen again. But if you look at the 5-day here, if you look at, say, March 3rd, this is hopefully going to be more indicative of March 3rd. There's going to be this pop-up, but there's still going to be a sell-off. So if we are in this point today on March 4th, see, this is where it should be, and it should have gone up to here. But because of Jerome Powell's comments, it's here. So there is still opportunity here. See this? Look at the low at 21.63. All right, so we are here now, but it could dip down further to 21. So I'm going to $9.98. Oh, it's only 500. Sorry, let's buy 40 now, and we'll buy another 40 or more later. So it's not enough. Let's buy 50. And I try to get, like, for me, at my purchasing level, I try to get like $500 worth of a stock. I don't like nickeling and diming, because if I'm going to spend time on it, I like it to be worth my while. So if I make, say, $100 an hour or $50 an hour, I don't want to be buying stocks where if I'm going to spend an hour trading, I have the potential to lose $1 or $5 or $10, or gain $5 or $10 or even $100. I'd rather deal with purchases where I have the opportunity to lose or gain $200 to $1,000 at that point if I make $100 an hour, because I want to double or 10x my revenue. So I make substantially more than that, so I'm not going to make purchases under $500 typically, unless it's unless it's something I'm really easing into. But still, I go a little heavy for most people's taste. So yeah, again, I'm over leveraged at the moment, again, because of these options. But again, either those options are going to recover or that money's gone. But April 16th, I'm confident on. Let's see what we have for March 5th. Oh, Mara. I was really hoping that Mara would pick back up. I put in a sell last night because Bitcoin, I believe. Let's go over to my BitHum, because I was going to cover that next anyways. But Bitcoin and Ethereum, unfortunately, in each of these instances, has also had a sell-off. So I'm hoping it pops back. If it doesn't pop back up at all, I'm going to sell out and then pop back in on most of my Ethereum and Bitcoin. Oops. Let's go back to spot standard. Oh yeah, so Bitcoin was just at 48 and change, is now down to 47 and change. I think, even though I'm going to take some losses now, or actually I have buys waiting. Okay, so I have, actually I'm not even for full on the Bitcoin yet. Oh, okay, so some of the order histories have already closed. My automatic buy is for Ethereum. How did it, oh, sorry, but we got over to Bitcoin now. So Ethereum, 1520. I have some buys set for 1510, which triggered. So if I believe these are going to continue to keep going down, then I will set some more sell limits. See, 1510, 1569, those sold. Let's wait for a hump. If it pops back up, great. We keep playing the market. And open orders. Oh, these are the open orders at the moment. 1410, 1310. So I have a feeling it could go down here, which I'm going to buy 1-1. They'll trigger and message me. I was hoping he's going to come here and I was going to sell off and then ride it back up. But again, Powell's comments don't just affect the stock market, but since the U.S. occupies such a large percentage of the GDP of the world, that any impact in the U.S. has a ripple effect to all other markets, and it has a ripple effect in different ways. The money supply and Bitcoin are still intertwined. They always will be, so any changes to the US dollar, it's going to impact Bitcoin. And it's not really the fact that if the US dollar goes down, people are going to move into Bitcoin. Not necessarily true. Or gold, etc. That they'll probably will, but if there's a consolidation in the market and the entire market compresses, that's going to compress everything. So not just the US dollar, but also Bitcoin and other currencies. So I'm looking at that as a potential risk. You can see if we do go out though and bring the graphs further out, again I'm using the BitHub platform. I know some of you have asked me that in the past, but let's see how this is shaping up for you guys. Okay, cool. You can see that the platform allows you to graph this out on like a 6-hour, 1-day basis. So each of these candlesticks is 1 day versus 6 hours. So we're still at a good level here, but you can see that we're due for either a pop or a drop with the news and how the stock market's kind of reacting. I think it's less likely for a pop right now. Some people may argue it's more likely. You may see, typically we might have seen a pop up, but this could just be a pop down, just down to these levels here. So we saw that touch down there about this range here on the weekend, 43,000, 42,000. I unfortunately popped in here just to make some trades at this exact time, so that hurt me a little bit this weekend, but it's okay. We're recovered a little bit, and hopefully we could see Bitcoin, if it turns down into the 47,500 range without popping up first, then I'll be a little scared. If it pops up, it comes down a little bit, but then comes back up again, then rides back up again. Those are the two waves I'm going to expect. But if there's no pop-up at all, I think it's going to just keep on declining. So I'm going to have my buys ready. So I'm going to be ready to buy at least one Bitcoin once it gets down there and I see like a pattern forming. And for the patterns forming, I like to just see anywhere between the 6-hour and the 15 minutes. 6 hours, you can see there's a trend of it popping up over time here. So it's trying to make its way back up. But with today's news, again, see, they're very indicative of each other here. If we go down to 47,500, then you know we've gone past the prior higher low here on the 6-hour mark. So 47,300 is, sorry, 47,300 is where we went before. 47,849 is the base of where we expect this next drop to go. So if the drop goes below 47,849, you can consider that broke the base, or 47,500 is very, 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 very base. So we are seeing now, we're still in this 6-hour mark here. So this could even change to red if we fall below this low of 47,500, 675. But the real bad indicators, if we go to 47,400 or below, because then that will likely result in a drop by analyzing those stats. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy on YouTube who has made a lot of money and wants to make a lot of money with other people. So use your best judgment. Make sure you look at the statistics on your own. Review some of our material on starttrading.com if you haven't already. If you found this information valuable, please like or subscribe. And if you haven't already, hit the notification bell so that you can get notifications. Be sure to go to starttrading.com to learn how to trade, to learn just the language and the fundamentals and the various kind of strategies and tips that we provide to you there, and come trade. Because there's going to be huge opportunities here, just like what happened in March. We're not at the bottom yet, I got to say that. I feel like there's still another week to 3 weeks of this. Again, Jerome Powell, again, the 31st is what a lot of the analysts believe has impacted today. The 31st is when there's an expiration of liquidity that was given to banks to help deal with the pandemic. So on March, if Jerome Powell doesn't come out with some good news of extending the liquidity for the banks, but before March 31st, we could continue to see more of a decline. So in that case, you want to set your trailing stop losses with that in mind. So even if we have a bump Friday, we're probably going to have a sell-off Friday as well in response to any bump, and Monday, because people are unsure on how or why or whether or not they're going to extend this liquidity for the banks. So we're watching for that, and I have to break glass in case of an emergency here and pull out my onesies there, but we'll see. So far, we don't need to. And hopefully, let's see if CCL is riding back. Oh, yes. So we're already back up $2,000 after this secondary dip. It's been a rough morning, as you can see. As you can see, as I said, it might hump back down. Now, sorry, just going to CCL to show you what to look for. You can see that the drops happened again, but again, it should pop back up. This is what I don't want to see. Is this a repeat here? Which date was this? This is March 3rd. So March 3rd, it came down, popped up, and then came back down further. We don't want that. We already had our drop today. It popped up. It would have kept going, or it might have come down to here, just similar to March 3rd, like a little bit of a decline. But this is just a result of the Fed. This is the recovery. And if we only make it, I'd expect us to only make it here, like $27.50, $27.80, maybe $28. But if we make it up to $29.30, Friday's going to be a great day. So I'm crossing my fingers because half of this was green this morning, and then of course Jerome Powell spoke, and now there's no green, only CCIV, and only Dropbox options are green. All these other ones were green. These were all green this morning. So thanks, Jerome Powell, and your comments. And I really hope that you reverse those comments and tell people what they want to hear to help maintain this economy and the market in general. So keep watching. Look for opportunities. You can see these were only slight drops. So this wasn't the entire market that had a crash. This is just feedback from Powell. So, in my opinion, it's my opinion, not financial advice. So we should see, hopefully by the end of the day, this correcting itself. We have one more hour, 20 minutes. After hours, you'll see this also creep up, I believe, with some of these stocks. I believe CSWC for sure, Disney for sure, Qualcomm maybe. It's too tied to tech, but I think they're going to have huge potential to semiconductors. RIOCF, JP Morgan, we should see an increase. I sold out of that because we were in profit, and I saw this happening. Starbucks, I think, will also pop back up. Also a solid foundational stock, recovery stock, value stock. RYCEY and CAT, for sure CAT, not sure on RYCEY. And most likely Amazon. Tesla, I'd be wary of. CCIV already has crashed. Fiverr, I'm so surprised. This is such a great stock. I'm actually buying more Fiverr. So anyway, so find some opportunities. Fiverr, I love Fiverr. I love more Upwork because I use that more frequently. It's better for business. Fiverr is better for tinkering. Look at this opportunity here. So again, if you do buy, don't do my mistake and not set the trailing stop loss on your new buys. Make sure you set those immediately because look at this pattern on Fiverr. Boom. There we go. Peak, pop, boom, drop. Peak, pop, boom, drop. Jerome Powell. Okay. So we are, sorry to keep on rambling here, but I just saw another opportunity, and all you guys are here for is opportunities and what to purchase. So I am going to put my money where my mouth is on Fiverr as well, and I'm going to buy two more shares of Fiverr. Turn this ugly day into a sunshine day. There we go. Oh, and I'm not sharing my screen. Let me share this so you can see what we're looking at. What's going on here? Ah, I'm back. Okay, Fiverr. Sorry, just saw this opportunity as I'm clicking around in the market. I'm trying to live trade for you here so that you can see the opportunities I'm seeing. Fiverr, let's look at a 6-month average. Look at these dips. This is literally in line with what Fiverr does, and it's going to pop back up 10 or 20%. Boom, 10 or 20%. So potentially in the next January, February, in the next 30 days, you could see a 30% return on Fiverr. Let's go ahead and make that buy before price goes up higher. Let's just go with 223 to ensure we get our purchase in. Awesome. So I'm cost averaging. Oh, down. Oh, I can only get one. It's okay. We'll get one. We'll write it up. We'll get another one. Come on, don't go up on me yet without my purchase coming in. All right. Where'd that go? Okay. So, Fiverr. Let me go show you the stats I was looking at Fiverr. Wanted to make sure that bid got in there. Okay. Oh, it's already up to 224. I just missed out. Okay. Nope, 222. Okay, good. So we're going in at 223. I'm going to draw a trend line here, just so you can see why I'm doing this purchase. Let's go over a 6-month trend line. Again, these trend lines are kind of out the window given the current climate, but if we do a trend line all the way down, going back 6 months, you can see that this is the norm. It's got a little bit of a more, like this is not even a drop at all from where it was actually supposed to be. So if we go 3 months, same thing. Let's see. Oops, draw a trend line. Okay, so we're a little bit below, so that's a buying opportunity. Honestly, it could, though, go here. I may lose, what am I going to lose? $10 a share. I'm going to lose $10. But I'm going to make 30% or more of my money in the likelihood that it goes back up eventually here because Fiverr is a good company, not because it's a value. I'm not trying to get into some kind of value trap. So for those of you that are like, oh, value trap. Potentially. But Fiverr, if it dips tomorrow, I'm going to buy some more. I might even drop some money into the market just so I have some more fresh powder because I'm, tempting fate here. But at least I got one share of Fiverr. Oh, and I'll show you what else I bought. I, of course, bought expecting Jerome Powell to do his job. While we're in here, why don't I just show you the other buys. I bought Fiverr. I bought CCIV. Let's move my face around to get it out of your face. Okay, so I bought Fiverr, bought CCIV, tried to buy CV Sciences. I should probably try to do that again. CV Sciences is super unique. Made $300 or $200, $180,000 in there. The CV Sciences about 2 years ago. This is when I purchased them around 50 cents, and they went up to 100 something or $6 or something like that. So I believe in that company. I think they can get back there. It's just a matter of time. Peloton, I shorted. I got out of my short because I thought there was going to pop back up. I thought this was going to be a good week. I was way wrong. I should have kept my shorts. I'm trying to get back to my shorting of Peloton because I believe Peloton was way overvalued and will not recover. EEM, I got rejected on that for some reason. I'm not sure why. We bought more CCL, Carnival Cruise Line. We bought more NCLH, more CV Sciences at 62 cents. 60 cents I thought it was a buy. So I'm going to try to get some more. We got 1,000. Shopify, we bought more Shopify. 11.58 is a steal. I think it's down further though. Let's see Shopify. Let's go back to my positions. See if anything's changed. Still, oh, we made another $1,000 in the last few minutes. Regained, I should say, another $1,000. And okay, so everything's shifting around. The dollar value. Oh, there's never mind. It's sorted by dollar value gains. Percentage gains. Still that DG. Okay, so TNXP. I don't know. TNXP was riding high and very strong, and it's just too volatile of a stock to be in right now. You can dabble in that one. I think we covered that. So where is Shopify? Shopify is still down 3.86% to 1,146. Now the reason my day gains are only a loss of 231 is because I was averaging down. Sorry, on my costs. Fiverr I cut my cost of $16.65 by buying a share. And Square, oh, those did not. I don't know why my auto trailing stop loss canceled this morning, but I could have sold Square at 224 and bought back in now, but for whatever reason, my trailing stop loss didn't trigger, so you got to watch for that stuff. Another good one to buy into, I think, would be Etsy. So let's see, Etsy and Shopify. I'd rather get one more share of Shopify, so if my margin allows me to, I will get one more share of Shopify. Yeah, 1,147. Will allow me to, let's see. Yes, it will. Okay, let's see if the market didn't already pop back up on Shopify though. We're at 5 shares. Let's see if we can get to 6. Shopify is a beast. Let's go back down to Shopify. Okay. Okay, the share hasn't kicked in yet. Oof. Now I may have missed my opportunity. Okay, Neo. Still 4% spread there. Square. Okay, so let's get Square and Upwork. Upwork is better than Fiverr in my opinion, like I was saying. So should I cost dollar average down further? 5%. All right, so Etsy. Let's do Etsy. That's a better opportunity. Etsy, we're at 22 shares, so I've already got 5 more shares of Etsy. And let's do Etsy at, where is it now? 195.49. Let's do 196. Then show we get it. Oh no, okay, 95.50. That's why I like this little chart here from TD Ameritrade. It says do the 195.40 would probably be better. Okay, so we are in business with Etsy, Shopify. Oh, Shopify filled as well. Excellent. Hopefully that doesn't mean we're declining further. And I think I'm going to leave it there because it looked, oh, no, we're back up. We saved another $1,000. So hopefully those are little ticks down, but they're going to pop back up. CCL, 8.8%. Okay, so hopefully these pop back up by the end of the day. If they don't, again, I'm going to set my trailing stop losses Shopify, I'm going to set 3% because if it drops more than that, I'm going to get out and then get back in when it's down at 5 or 6% because it doesn't usually drop 3%. Fiverr, I'm going to set at as well 3%. Same with Upwork. Square, the same. These are all anomalies. These are all massive anomalies due to this crunch. So again, these anomalies hopefully will not continue to happen. I don't think Friday and Monday they'll happen, these dips, because again, last time Powell did this, we also had a recovery the following day and the following day. Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday of next week could be a whole other story. This could all happen again and again and again. And it could happen for the next 2 to 4 weeks. So be prepared. We are already at the bottom of the bottom, as I showed you with CCL, with Shopify, Fiverr, and Upwork. You can see that we have hit extreme bottoms at the moment for the last 6 months, basically removing the gains from the last 1 to 3 months for a lot of these stocks. So hopefully next week we don't lose another 3 months and then another 3 months to take us back to the year, because it looks like we're losing all the gains from the entire year. So that is our bottom, is the gains for the entire year is most likely the bottom. I don't see it going below that, but it looks like a lot of these, as I showed you, have only lost the last month. So if the last month is the bottom, don't be scared to get in, but don't put all your money in. I'm putting all my money in essentially from what you're seeing, but I'm not putting all my money in. This is just what I decide to play with. So I'm trying to keep my money in that I decided to play with. All my gains that I just lost, the $50,000 I made, I'm trying to work with what I have and reshuffle that money. So I will set my trailing stop losses. If they drop further, I will buy back in on the next dip down, ride that up a little bit. So my plan is to ride this up, say, just to clarify further, Etsy, say 5%. Hopefully that goes back up 5% to 0 in losses and maybe goes higher. And if it goes higher, I just made 5% plus whatever that high, the new high is, so it's 3%. And then if it has a trailing stop loss of 3%, I still made my 5%, but if it drops lower another 5%, I'll buy back in again, or say it drops 10%, I'll buy back in there even better, and then again ride that back up. So that's kind of what needs to be done right now if you want to play the market. If you just want to sit and hold, just wait, 3 months, maybe 6 months, maybe 1 month for the recovery. It'll just take, it'll gradually come up next month, and then the following month, still be dips and come back up, and then the third month, you'll start seeing a better trend bull market again, in my belief. So thanks for watching. Please like or subscribe. And if you haven't already, go to starttrading.com, take our free courses.